Hairline. Where did you go, Hairline? Hi, man, Hairline. Man, Hairline. Hey, Hairline, man, Hairline. Come back. No. Hairline, man. Hey, I, man. Hi. Hey beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kopano Shimange and this is how I do things. The show where you send me your questions and I'll let you know how I would do things. Now you can take it as advice, use it, don't use it. It is completely up to you. Now if you're joining me for the morning party, good morning party people. And if you do not know what that is all about, then where have you been? Every single morning, 7:30 South African time, I premiere a brand new video and join you guys for a live chat. Now, raise your hand if you've ever struggled with hairline. Your hairline, this situation here, the circumference of the hair, when it just starts to just pull back, when it's just like, listen, I'm going on vacation, fetch me, don't fetch me, doesn't matter, and it just starts to move backwards. It just starts to say bye, and it just leaves these little pieces behind. Where your hairline was once here, and then it just goes back, and it just seems like you're just, you're a soldier who doesn't know where to put their hand. It literally starts moving backwards and you just start thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, where are you going and how do I get you back? The hairline seems to be this thing that just has a life of its own. It just starts receding by itself. No one gave you permission to move, yet sisters, you're just moving backwards. Hairline has got no manners. It just upside leaves you, and then now you must deal with it. But here's the thing, there are actually things that we are doing to make our hairline recede, and also a few things that we could do to make it stay. Now I'm one of those people who had postpartum shedding, and in my postpartum shedding, which has happened recently, I'm recently recovering from it, my hairline decided to recede. You fall pregnant and all your hair just goes whoops, and you just have this beautiful head of hair. And then you give birth and then there's postpartum shedding. You're just like, but why? Why would you trick me like that? And many of you have asked, how do you deal with postpartum shedding and how do you get your hairline back? So today I'll give you those exact tips on what you should do and what you should try to stay away from so this doesn't happen to you. Now if you have any questions that you want to send to me, head over to my Instagram and look for this picture right here. Click and reply. Let me know what scenario, what question, what thing do you want me to talk about in my next video. Now when it comes to managing your hair, I'm a naturalista, so I have natural hair, and whatever it is that you want to do to your hair, make sure that you keep it simple, something that you can manage and something that works for you. So if a different hairstyle works for you, short hair works for you, relaxed hair works for you, then go ahead. I may be a naturalista, but we're all allowed to choose what hairstyles work best for us. So these are a few tips to help you recover your hairline and to keep your hairline from receding again. Let's get into it. Number one, if you're one of those people whose hairlines has just gone bye-bye and it's back here and you have a thinning line of hair in the front. So if you can tell that your hair starts here, but it's very thin for about 1 centimeter or more, that's when you know that your hairline could actually improve, right? Some of us are just like, oh, baby hair. But sometimes it's not baby hair. Sometimes it's that your hairline is in dire need of some love. It's in need of some growth and affection. The first thing that you need to do when you realize that, listen, actually my hairline is not looking good, is that you need to try and stay away from any hairstyle that pulls your hair for at least 3 months. Some of you are just like, Kopano, what am I going to do? What about my wigs? What about my braids? All of those things. There are ways for you to wear your wig without pulling your hairline. You need to be as supportive as you possibly can be to your hair, keeping it gentle. The point is not to pull. So if you're doing anything that is pulling your hair, a tight hairstyle, don't do it. If you've got braids, don't tie your braids, let them loose. And once you take those braids out, try and keep them off your hair for 3 months. Braids also pull on your hair, so you don't want that. Your hair is just hanging on by a thread. I was like, I can't let go, I can't let go, I'm going to let go, and then boom, that's how your hairline disappears. If you're constantly pulling on that hair, eventually that hair is just going to be like, I give up, I'm leaving, and then it falls off. And that's how your hairline then starts to recede. So stop pulling for 3 months. Find alternatives. Leave your hair loose and try and not to stress this part of your hair. Number 2 is to learn how to massage the scalp. Now, if you've seen any of my previous videos on what you should do for your husband, I said you should learn to massage your husband's scalp. Now, honey, try and do that for yourself. Just go in there. Massage, with your fingertips in there. Put your fingers right into your hair and massage the scalp. Ooh, feel the blood circulation. What you want to do is to get, it's almost like a head exercise. Our bodies, when we're exercising, the blood circulation goes through, and that blood circulation gets everything working really nicely. So you want to do the same for your hair. So learn to massage your hairline. Don't just be there, just quickly, just rubbing, just a quick, no. Massage it. Be there for about 2 to 5 minutes, massaging your hair as about like every day. At least try and do it at the end of your day, in the middle of your day, whenever you can, just once. Just massage that scalp to get things flowing, to get things going, and to encourage your hair to wake up again and to start to grow. Number 3 is to water your hair as much as possible. Every day your hair should actually be touching water. Your hair is a living, growing organism. It is like a plant. It is like your body. We need water to grow and to survive. The same counts for your hair. Some of us, our hair has not seen water in a week, 2 weeks. Some of you, especially if you have braids on, I know you haven't touched hair in a month. Start spraying your hair with water. It helps it to grow. It's the number 1 thing that your hair needs. It's the most basic thing that your hair needs. Water your hair, because now it's your hair is hard because no water. Water your hair. This really does help to encourage your hair to grow. And what happens with the hairline, it's not just that, we feel as though our hair is not growing on our hairline, but it's just breaking. It's breaking so much that it is super short, right? And also because we're constantly playing on it, tugging it and pulling it, it then just decides, I'm not even going to come out too much. I'm just going to stay super short. So when you start to water it, you're encouraging it to grow, but you're also giving your hair the thing that it needs to stick around once it starts growing. So instead of it coming out and then thinning out towards the end, maybe only being a centimeter or less, you're starting to encourage it to grow even longer. Number 4 is to protect our hair the right way. Now this is daytime protection and nighttime protection. So what do I mean by protecting our hair? So we don't want to play with our hair too much. We don't want to pull our hairline, but we do need to keep our hair styled, right? We don't want to be walking around with hair like this just because we don't know what to do with our hair. So every day when we wake up, our hair's like this, and then we leave it because we're just like, I'm not supposed to pull my hair. It's fine. I mean, would you want to make love to yourself when you wake up and your hair's like this and you leave it the whole day? No. So we are going to do our hair so that it does look beautiful to us, right? We have our own definition of beautiful hair, so you want to make sure that your hair remains beautiful by showing it some love. But you need to protect it in a way that you do a hairstyle that can last you a couple of days, a hairstyle that doesn't mean that you are touching it too much or pulling it too much. And to protect it may be that you may pin it up, and a pin up hairstyle that can last you a week. You may decide that you're going to do loose twists on your hair. That way your hair is away from being played with or manipulated, and you still have it protected. So put away so you don't play with it too much. Now, the second way of protecting your hair is to make sure that you wear something on your head when you go to sleep. These are usually your satin pillowcases to retain the moisture in your hair, and to also make sure that you're not rubbing away at the hair that you've been growing. Putting your hairline directly on a pillowcase is a great way for it to just get eaten away. That thing is just eating away at your hairline. In the middle of the night, the pillowcase is just waking up, it's just doing this to your hairline. So you either want to get a satin pillowcase or you want to get a satin doek. right? A headscarf. So there are a number of places where you can get some. I'm absolutely loving the ladies who are naturalistas and they are selling silk and satin pillowcases and headscarves, and I've left the links down below for you to support them as well. Get that for yourself to protect your hairline. A lot of us will put our dukes on and it is actually up here. So the satin pillowcase or the satin scarf we put it on our heads, it will be too far back and our hairlines will still be exposed. So you want to cover your hairline when you are putting on your silk or satin scarf on your head when you go to sleep. This way your hairline is protected. We don't cater for or just protect our hairline as much as we do the rest of our hair. And this little belt in front here is just as important. Number 5 is to develop a hair routine that works for you. Now, I personally love to use hair food or something that goes onto the base of my scalp, right? So I put something on my scalp. It helps me to be able to massage my scalp a little better, and because I actually have quite a dry scalp. I use a different type of hair food every single time I need to. Sometimes it may be a cream, sometimes it may be an oil, or sometimes it may actually be a hair food that I use. I've actually used T444Z for quite some time and it's actually worked really well for me. Sometimes I may leave it and sometimes I may go back to it, and it works amazing for me every single time. And now that I need to regrow my hairline, I'm going straight back to it. It is so natural that you can actually see the natural ingredients in it. You can see the leaves, you can see how it's working. So using it, it's got that menthol as well, and you're going to rub through your scalp. Now you want to rub your hairline as well to encourage that growth and to keep it moisturized. For me, like I said, my scalp gets really dry. In between washes, my scalp gets super dry. So when I have a hair food, it actually protects it from that dryness and it helps my scalp to remain moist. So it's that hair food and as well as that spray that I use of water, right? So this is the bottle that I use for my hair. There it is. I spray water on my hair every day. Now, if I don't spray the water on my hair, I'm washing my hair about once or twice a week with shampoo and with conditioner. And it really does help for my scalp to remain clean, but to also remain moisturized. Where's yours? Why are you not spraying your hair? It's dry. Why are you doing this to yourself? Now, in terms of developing a good hair routine, as you can see, all of these tips are going to help you with your whole head. The reason why our hairlines start to recede, say goodbye, quit, and say, I'm out, clock out, I'm done with you, is because we are pulling on it too much. It's because we leave our hairlines out of the picture when you're taking care of the rest of our hair. So stop pulling your hair, stop stressing your hairline, and if you do, space it out and take care of that hairline by keeping it moisturized, by massaging it and keeping it watered as well. It needs to stay hydrated. That's how your hairline is going to come back, and that's how it's going to stay. So there's no drastic measures that you're going to take all of a sudden to grow back your hairline. Those don't work. What you need is a good hair routine. What you need is good hair manners and habits. Your hairline will return and your hairline will stay with you. Now, if you have any questions about your hairline and how you can regrow it, or if you've struggled with it for a long time, look at these 5 things and ask yourself, which one of these 5 am I actually lacking on? Are you always pulling your hair? Are you maybe keeping your hairline dry? Are you keeping the water away from your hair? All of these things add together, and then your hairline is one of the first things to go, listen sister, I quit. So keep your hairline happy so it can keep working for you every single day. Now, we want to keep our hairlines good, so let me know in the comment section down below what you will be doing for this self-care Sunday. For me, I'm going to be taking care of my hair. I'm going to be putting it in a deep conditioner, putting my satin scarf on, and showing my hair a little bit of a hug, some love for my hair. Let me know how you're going to be spending your self-care Sunday. That's it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I'm Kopano Shimange, and this is How I Do Things. Hey Hey gorgeous, thank you so much for watching my video and thank you for watching right until the end. I really love that the community is growing, so please don't leave without subscribing and don't forget to hit that big thumbs up button to let me know that you like this one. Head over to my website www.kopanoshimange.com to download some free amazing resources that I have for you there. I can't wait for you to join the gorgeous gang and for us to build our relationship and to continue being the best Mrs. Mom bosses that we can possibly be. Till next time, bye.